Today is March 16th, 2025. Yesterday on the 15th, I had went down to Carrollton with my boyfriend to see his friend that was in the hospital. On the way back, we went through McDonald's. And once we had our foodie pulled up while we're getting everything situated, I heard this lady across the parking lot. She's like, I know she don't know what's going on. Okay? I have people watch her. Okay? She can't have people watch me. Can't hire stalkers. Okay? I heard that some former agent and this kid stealing government money and selling government technology. He's not even an agent. I gotta get someone to take care of him. Well, they said this. Well, she had some other lady use her insurance. Well, they said it's impossible. Who said? Who said? Who said? Hmm? And that's probably March 23rd, 23. Walmart 62. Two investigators came in. We told these people to stay out of this. We interviewed a whole family a long time ago. She's never heard anyone. Nobody's ever seen anything. And it's just some lady thought she could make money off this. Is that some lady? See, there's real people. By what they describe, there's real people. You just gotta find them. Like Josh Peters in Florida, the king from Texas, the Vietnam king. There's real people. Alright. Got it? Now, I want you to think about this. That agent, like my friend from the prosecutor's office, Karen, you don't realize you're in one of the many witness protection programs. Informants are different. You stay yourself, you feed them information. Okay? And that agent opened a protected life and a threat of life case, not just informant. He said, you can never get out of protected custody the rest of your life. Okay? And you'll be in immunity and get your money for risking your life to get the government information. Okay? And they owe you for risking your life. He can't make up his own rules, their guidelines. It's for risking your life. And due to the freedom of speech, First Amendment, takes a judge to put a gag order on you. He don't even have that kind of authority to even ask someone to quit, but he's already confessed, he told on a recorded line. Okay? He can't tell on you, but you can tell however you feel comfortable. He can't say a word. He was only bullying you. He's only a higher police officer. It takes a judge. Okay? And he can't withhold your money. He can't misdirect it. The police know that. They can't bully you into false statements. Okay? And he's going on and on. Now, that agent stole my money the first day. Opened the account to steal. He thought he was stealing from a drugged up rape victim. Okay? He opened a case that can't be closed. He said it, even though it's from the prosecutor's office, it can't be closed till the FBI puts you in another witness protection program. You have to be in one the rest of your life. You'll get the money the rest of your life for risking your life, for getting the government information. It's like where people go into cartels or cults, get them to confess to something. They pull them out, they change their name, immunity and money for life. The government protects them so they don't kill them. Except for he left me there and stole my money. But that way he's insured, he can steal the rest of my life. Like Sheriff David said, he stole your money, he's been stealing a long time, getting away with it. Like I said, it's genius, but it's evil. Now, you pull my fingerprints, it comes up this person's fingerprints are sealed in Florida. And then think of these people's psychotic behavior. They're trying to attach money for somebody who's in government immunity, can't be prosecuted, so it can't be attached and the person can't get in trouble. Seriously. The investigators think it's funny when I tell them they can kiss my government immunity, government protected informant ass. You can't touch me. See, that's where they say they're going to attach government immunity money. What part of immunity? You can't touch it. You can't prosecute the person in immunity. Oh, we're going to get in trouble for this. You can't touch me. The sheriff should be looking at you and say she's an FBI informant. No one touches her. Prosecutor's office too. So you can kiss the FBI's ass. U.S. government. Okay? That's how stupid it is. It's just like them saying they pay. Now, I told you how I went through all those medical malpractice, medication errors, fraud. This whole thing, like the prosecutor's office, the guy that worked there, this whole thing's fraud. Just different types of fraud. Absolutely. Think about it. Where they gave me all those false diagnoses, ripping me off. What's scary is the calls for claiming they had them in their pocket. Doing it was attempted murder. That's scary. And that they had him even write up more fraud. Well, I had that other lady use my insurance, ran up, probably $50,000 to $100,000 worth of copays after 15 years. She went Harry even used my prescription card. We could go into Altman Hospital, just give them your name and address, didn't have to have ID, and they treat you. And then you could go have your prescription called into Walgreens and just pick it up. They didn't ask for ID either. That's how she got away with it. And like I said, I think my whole marriage was a scam where Barb told me, I'm so glad you married him. He didn't want to stay at home because his mom was sick, because she had Parkinson's and she'd cry all the time too. He'd stay here at John Cowgirls. And I come home and have all kinds of women in the basement having sex with him. I'm like, you did what? Glad he settled up. He didn't settle up. Within 9 months, I think him and that girl came up with a scam on marrying me so he'd get one of those jobs at my dad's factory, where Tim was bragging he made $500 to $1,000 a week. $1,000 a week compared to now from 1985, instead of only being $52,000 a year at $1,000 a week, it would be like making $155,000. It's 3 times a month, or like $153,000 job. All he had to do was marry me for my dad to give him that job. Think about it. And within 9 months since he started at the factory, there was rumors of him cheating with a heavy-set white brown woman. Then somebody else is using my insurance running up. Well, I think they came up with a scam. I think my whole marriage was a scam. I really do, looking at it now. Now, I told you I even argued with them in the hospital. My mom was over. They called me, I want to talk about your stay. I said, I haven't stayed in your hospital in years. I told them about this lady using my insurance, running up bills. We see Dr. So-and-so, never heard of him. I told you some ladies using my insurance. Well, we sat and talked. I've never met you. You said you have 2 little girls. I have 3 boys. Well, your insurance information is this. Well, yes. Click. Do you know how many times that happened? We wouldn't know she went to the doctor's emergency room or sees till we got the bills. And she went Harry. They tried to find him, and Kay said there's no way she would have got him. He had to give it to her, and he's saying they're trying to break us off and being 18 and stupid. I kept telling my brother, get me proof. But in 1985, in 86, they didn't have cell phones. The phone was attached to the wall with a long cord. You wanted a picture, you carried a camera. You can't carry a camera through a factory. Busy one. Kept saying, get me proof. And he kept saying everybody was lying, and some crazy woman stole my identity. Ran up all kinds of bills. It's documented even by the police, by Officer Moore, that I was framed before, and it was a drug hotel in my home before, and it's also documented and verified even now by the police. It was a medication error that made me sick before. It's medical malpractice and fraud. And it is also documented and verified of that other lady using my insurance. Okay? That half my medical bills are hers. Now, I want you to think those people have proclaimed the cult paid off a dirty doctor, telling a story saying it's not curable. That's fraud. And it takes a judge and a competency hearing and a guardian, social worker, and disability. I told you, I had a client once, came to Ohio, had a mental episode, ended up taken to the hospital, and he wasn't just like observed to make sure it's okay, but he got sent to a state hospital for treatment, and he had to have a competency hearing, a judge, guardian, social worker, disability. See, these people are so stupid. Where last summer, they're going to make sure she can't drive anymore. I can drive them if I want to. See, now, that's where I was joking with my boyfriend on the way home today. I said, these people talking about stuff like that makes you want to be stupid back. You're saying Social Security disability owes me 30 years of back pay. I'll take it. I have no part. You're saying that I was listed disabled and nobody told me? Well, that was me. So the state of Ohio is going to hire a nice DSP like me to drive us around, carry our groceries in, do our cooking and cleaning. Sweet, I get a maid. Government's paying for it, right? They owe me $500,000 back pay. I'll take it. I have no part. Well, you're saying they didn't tell me that I was found disabled, and I didn't know. Well, you're going to give me back pay? See if they're going to act stupid. They're going to act stupid back. I was never in a state hospital. I don't have a guardian, don't have a social worker. I'm not on disability. You just can't pay somebody dirty to write up fraud. Those fraudsters from before, and it's all documented fraud. Said I had brain tumors, epilepsy, MS, made me swell up, heart attacks, seizures. What said I had brain tumors? They wanted to take part of my renal. They were total shysters and crooks. So there's not just saying they were ripping me off, draining my insurance, and getting kickbacks. They were taking payouts from the go. Like some ladies, like they're all going to go to jail for this one. Oh yeah. Give me a name. That's my new saying. Give me a name. See, that's where, out in the park the other day, people were yelling at me. They're going to take her down like Hunter Biden. Okay. And not being mean to him, but reality check. He's been in a state hospital for mental problems and treated several times. Ongoing because it's not curable. He's got a mental disorder and he gets treatment. State hospital, ongoing. Has to be committed. His brain's damaged. He's also been in jail for drugs. He's a felon. Somebody who's been listed basically crazy, if you want to put it that way, being mean, or with a mental disorder, and he's a felon. Why can't he carry a gun? 2 strikes. I have never been in a state hospital, never found insane, never had a cop see him. And see, even with that lady using my insurance, they wouldn't know what doctors I went to or who is seen. Plus, there's some scenarios. So, it was 23, 25 years ago or more. So, at least 23. Okay? I don't even remember their names. So, how would they know? They wouldn't. Get it? They wouldn't know who I went to. That's where the bullshitting people. Just like when they told people I had charges, and I have 1 traffic ticket. Just like where they said they entered their stalking non-admissible tapes into court, found me guilty. Nobody told me and they stole my money. You can't do that. You can't enter stalking tapes. And I was never found guilty. They lied. That's why I call them the Pinocchio girl. See, that's where even like Altman Hospital, all those hospitals purge their medical records every 10 years. So we're talking 23 years ago. Those records wouldn't even be there. You would have to order them from a storage unit. And the only one that can order from a storage unit is me, with my ID. Or a doctor with my signed consent that he can order. Nobody else. Nobody else. So where would you get my medical records? You're gonna say Pammy ordered them illegally? Oh, let's see. She's already been in the following rounding. Admitted she was knew of the stalking tapes and basically an accessory to them. You're gonna say she's breaking HIPAA, federal crimes, then releasing people's personal information to the public, setting off hate crimes. That's a long time in federal. See, then it's to the point. Who's telling you all this stuff? Give me a name. First and last. HIPAA violations, they can never talk about you. Doctors can't testify against you. It's 1 to 5 years, $250,000 fine, and you can sue them for $1 million compensation. Make me a rich woman. First and last name. Your doctor cannot talk about you till you're dead. HIPAA. They go to jail for it. See, that's where I was telling my boyfriend, I don't want one hospital. See, all those false diagnoses of brain tumors, fraud, those people ripping me off, and I swell up like a balloon, thyroid shuts down, adrenal gland, heart attacks, seizures, wanting to remove part of my brain. If I would have sued them, I'd been a multi-millionaire. And it's documented fraud. They're saying they have doctors write up more fraud. It's still fraud. It's not curable. If you go on Google, insanity and mental illness is not curable. You can't say somebody has something and they're fine. That's a lie. It's fraud. See, even with that lady using my insurance, even if she's seen something like that, she still didn't go to a state hospital. How do I know that? I didn't pull my license. I didn't have to go to a competency hearing. Don't have a social worker. Not on disability. I didn't have to go in and explain some other lady is doing an identity fraud thing. Insurance fraud. Never happened. So they're saying they just paid somebody off in the cult's pocket to write up fraud. It's a long time in prison. Like a lady investigator. Don't go to jail for this. First and last name. See, the whole thing of it is where they say, who said, she said, who's the, who's saying this? First and last names. I don't want to say he, who, whatever, or they. First and last names. They wouldn't even be able to find those records. I would have to order them. You can't get an attorney, get a court order, get them. They're HIPAA. They're none of their damn businesses. Your doctors can't testify against you in court. They can't talk about you till you die without your permission. So, who is running their mouth? And breaking, they were in it with the cult, writing up fraud. See, the whole scenario of the doctor selling your information, like the police said, we all know non-adherence doctor could go talk to Will. No. Because, think of the scenario. They're trying to kill me. Told a federal police officer they're trying to kill me. Because Strange made up this lie. I confessed to a federal cop they were trying to kill me. Or having me drugged, being raped by the drug cartel, drugged and framed, photoshopping and washing and stocking tapes by the drug cartel. They have a paid-off dirty doctor that wrote up fraud. My God, and is an accessory to murder with a cult. Like they said, do these people even realize what they've done? You don't even realize how stupid you look. First and last names. I would own up one hospital. Not only did their doctors make a lot of mistakes before and almost killed me, but then if they're breaking hip, I can get the new screws down here. Absolutely. Sure. Oh no. It's like make Karen a millionaire. Of how many other people did you sell their personal information to occults that want to get even with them? Or their husband don't want to pay alimony? How much do they pay you people off to sell information? Does the state need to come audit everything? Because there's prison time. How many other people you do this for, let alone trying to back fraud? Illegal claims. of things that aren't curable, and the person's fine and you're in it with an occult taking bails. That's a long time in federal. Give me a name. First and last. When you start thinking how ridiculous this is, yeah. I think the lady where they said it's just some lady trying to make money off this, I think she showed up in Carrollton today, yelled stuff. See, there's real people. Like we all work for the king from Texas. We are his men. They've hired us. He's a drug lord. You look him up. He's U.S. military, Iraqi, translator, dark web, fentanyl king. That's where the Middle Eastern men and the ladies in hijab showed up. Just like we're drug traders and human traffickers from Florida, we work for Judge Peter. Judge Peters was arrested in Florida by the FBI in 22 with 100 people, and the resort area they were talking about relocating people was Disney. Then they had a pipeline from Florida, Louisiana to Texas selling people. They were up here scouring, and all the other drug cartels that were here laughing at me. Now, I want you to think about this. There's real people, just gotta find them. Today, I went out to eat. I went over to my son's when we got done in Carrollton. We were sitting around talking, and I'm like, hey, wanna go get something to eat? Well, we went there, and they were running a few minutes late behind us. We went ahead and paid, and we sat down because we went to a buffet. They come in, and my son Josh and his wife Dixie were there. Went up and gave him a hug and introduced him to Carl. And we sat, and Jen's like, I haven't been here since I was here with you last. I said, well, we used to come here for brunch all the time, at a Chinese restaurant. She said, wow, that was years ago. When was that? I said, 18. Used to go out all the time. And then Josh and Dixie came over, and I'm looking at them. These are the people I almost died for. I don't even know. It was nice. I heard some lady off in the distance. Don't say anything. We were supposed to make fun of her because our family didn't want her. What kind of freaks makes fun of people that their family and them are having a hard time? Huh? What kind of freaks do that? Are you that pathetic? You need to get mental help. Get mental help. You're a danger to society. And the only reason they weren't in my life is Josh was afraid of Dave. Huh? And so was Dixie. That's the only reason. It wasn't my fault. It was Dave. Where their lug nuts were taken off while he was out with the baby and a tire came up when she was driving. Where they were loosened all her lug nuts when she was out with the girls. Thank God she made it back. Where they slashed their tires flat and played with the brake system so when they pulled forward, their tires exploded. Where, by the grace of God, he took the vehicle that day and was way up on 21 and his car blew up. In time they got there, they couldn't say what was happening. And where Dave scared Dixie to death where the gunshot night around Christmas Eve of 2018. I had a high not to get murdered, that I was targeted, that they had gunfire up there. The other night, they went to the wrong house. And then I was nothing but target practice. Looked at me like Satan himself. Scared her so bad she had to go into counseling. And then they had to pretend to be nice today so he wouldn't kill their family. We're all safer with him out of the country. Hmm? So why wasn't Iraq? Because they were scared of him. Talk about not fair. So that's where, after that agent confessed, he told on me, made fun of me, that they were trying to kill me, mocked me, told me they didn't blame him for trying to kill me for Strange's Lot, made fun of me for that drug dealer Pete that Dave hired on his own, how he scammed me, and then this scam of doctors selling information, big scam. How I don't know, and da 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 da, sounds like a crazy fool. Makes me beg for my life, then opens that informant program. Can't be clowns. But I'm stealing it. Then threatens me. All people were saying, we all heard that agent told on her. And then he tries to pull a fast one, says she can't say anything. You can't do that. Exactly. He's only a higher police officer. He don't even have the authority to say it. He was not like the prosecutor's office, criminal attorney, and police I talked to. He's only a lawyer. It's not in the court order. Can't be. It's illegal. Takes the judge to put a gag order on. He's only a police officer. All the police know that they don't have that kind of authority. Yeah. Then they're kind of stupid. But he did it to bullshit people so he could steal in front of them. Now, I want you to think about this. Where within 2 weeks, I walked out of the bathroom up there once the case started. Heard Dave talking. We live out in the middle of nowhere. I thought, who is he talking to? I'm trying to look out the window. I looked out a cracked door. He's on the phone. He'd never seen me. Dixie and the baby are next. We'll teach Josh a lesson for letting her down there. He's so angry. He had his hands off so he couldn't work anymore. And before we have a list, we'll move on to who we want next. I googled the office where he said he was at to make sure it was real. See, it sounded crazy on the phone. He's very real. They yelled his name and they yelled, he's got a list. I'm working on it. The FBI and police taped Dave that Dixie and the baby were in danger, and they had a list of people they were going to kill. They had a few weeks later, the guy showed up before Christmas. He'd seen me and took off through the side woods. I figured after the gunshot night, they were probably up there scouting around. They still went to the wrong house. It's so dark up there. And I called him and I said, I seen the guy who took off through the side woods. He said, tell the police to get a hold of it. We're busy. They were too busy, and there was a serial killer down the street. I was left in the drug cartels in the middle to be abused. You gotta think it. It's kind of sick but effective. If you want somebody on the inside with the person they're abusing, an informant with money immunity, tap their phone, bug their house, and bug their car with a court order, or an informant with immunity and money, and then turn them back over to them and sick. Let them use the hell out of them. Let those people confess to all those crimes and then go pick them up. The person don't have to be there. I like my money. Those are the people I wanted the money for. Those are the people I almost died for. Where Dave said after that, realize, Karen, I'll kill everything you ever loved in life. You realize I'll kill it over my dead body. I'll kill everyone here. No, you won't. I thought if I have to run around and tape everybody myself and get them to confess what they're doing here, to get you locked up, even if I die and they live, at least I stopped you from killing our children over my dead body. You want me, you can have me, but you won't have them. That's where the police that worked my case. She almost died to save children. It's ridiculous for anybody to insult her. They always knew their backup plan if she didn't die was stocking tapes. The weird with herself, they always knew it was a photoshopped or washing herself in the shower, and they photoshopped that. And they had drugged her up and told her to say it before, trying to extort money or things from her. If she didn't die, it was a backup plan. Didn't pull the police at all. That was May of 24, Myers, North Maine. They're talking inside now. We talked to the police, and the police told us that was her case. Okay? Then later on, I had called that agent back, and the lady told me, Miss Hall, I'm sorry to let you know he's no longer with FBI. He was like, oh, nobody thought it was funny how he was so-called taking care of you. We're so sorry. He was fired. Case is open. It can't be closed. See, the big joke is where he started telling everybody he was an agent over my case. He's not even an FBI agent. Him and his daughter have been scamming everyone. He's impersonating a federal officer. The agent on my case is not even an agent. Telling everybody not to believe me, not to help me. Bullshit. That's what he was telling people. That's how he got fired. Where the investigators were screaming at each other in Walmart 62. You have to pull her out. She almost got shot in the head driving, da-da-da, and screaming. They told him, and he got fired. 18, getting 19. I don't have an agent over my case. I have an FBI that works my case. Right? I don't have one open one. And then his daughter run around telling everybody I threatened her. I never even met her. I never even laid my eyes on her until Faith Valley Church. I still never talked to her. And then you gotta think, where would I meet her? Good one, huh? Didn't know him from Adam till he showed up December 18th, 24, Walmart 62 proclaiming it. Karen didn't know who Michelle was till January, February 19th. No, I made sure of it. I remember that guy saying that. When the cops are walking me out after she came in and turn around, it's like, didn't believe her. Okay? And the police are, are they trying to set her husband up for dating a teenage prostitute? Something maybe. What is she, 15, 16? Maybe. I picked her at 14, maybe. If they're talking around me, you're like, yeah. And this guy walks by. I told those people she didn't know who she was. I made sure of it. Well, you gotta think. I never laid my eyes on him. I talked to him on the phone. I never laid my eyes on him until December 18th, 24, Walmart 62. He comes in. Karen never knew who Michelle was until January, February 19th. No, not till she showed up and announced herself. I made sure of it. I thought I remembered you saying that walking by. I told those people she didn't know who she was. I made sure of it. Where would I meet her? See, that's the whole thing. Where would I meet her? That's where it's a stupid lie. Okay? And he said, she told me she threatened her. And if she threatened her, I didn't care what they did to her. And she didn't even know who she was. No, I made sure of it. I told that drug dealer that bad that no one would ever want her after what he had done to her. Hmm? To leave Karen alone, she's getting remarried. I knew she had it in her. Okay? He admitted he was in it with drug dealers. Yeah. He can back something. January 5th, 25, Walmart 62, the police call out the facts. What is this? We heard that another FBI agent lied to the U.S. Marshal. She's supposed to be rude with herself. We always knew it was a photoshopping of washing herself in the shower in the other room. They photoshopped that. We knew. They drugged her and told her to say it before. We always knew that. Okay? And we have the agent over her case taped admitting he let all this happen because he thought she threatened his daughter. And to find out, she didn't know who she was. Does the FBI realize how not funny this is? They were getting even with her for thinking that she threatened one of their daughters. And to find out she didn't even know who she was, do they realize how not funny this is? Because we got the agent over her case taped. That he let all this happen because he thought she threatened his daughter. And she didn't know who she was. I don't have an agent over my case. He got fired. I have FBI worked my case. Marshals and sheriff. The guy that opened it got fired. He's been impersonating, telling everybody not to help me, not blame her, run around telling people I threatened. Where would I meet her? See, that's a whole thing. For over a year, I spent renovating that house. Dave worked from 5 at night or 6:30 at night till either 3 in the morning or 5 in the morning. Come home and go to bed with me until 11. We'd run around till 3 to 5 the next day. In the afternoon, go pick up the kids. Keep them till Dan and Jen got off work. And then I'd work on my house or have Josh over to help me work on the house, fixing it up. Took me months. Then we had to get it ready for sale, then selling it, and then showing it, then packing everything up, and then moving up to Ravenna, where you guys kicked in the door on the 6th day and started abusing the hell out of me while I'm trying to fix that house up. Where the hell would I meet her? And when I moved up to Ravenna, most of the time, I did my shopping in Maslin. I go down and see Dan and the kids, or Josh and the girls. And I did my shopping where I always did. And just take it home. And I was with Dave Taub afternoon. He switched to days when the kids started. So, what are you talking about? Where would I meet her? See, her lie's so unbelievable. Where would I meet her? I didn't. See, that's why what he even asked me, because I would have said I don't even know who you're talking about. He knew she was lying. Absolutely. It's a scam him and her had to steal from the government. Where Sheriff David Mike DeWine's cousin, that agent stole your money, he's been stealing a long time. He's too arrogant with you. He's been getting away with it. He thought he was stealing from a drugged up rape victim some occult was trying to have killed. And here are the people they hired were a part of the nationwide human traffickers. All showed up and blew up. Well, after he got fired, guess what happened? Will found another way of making money off the case. He's selling a login for $25 a pop. So government technology. Yeah. What else can he sell FBI? Hmm? Well, and see, that's where all these people, oh, they're going to get her in trouble. I'm in immunity for life. So he could make sure that he could steal for the rest of my life. He put me in immunity for life, had to. That's why when you do an FBI background check, my fingerprints are sealed. FBI informant. The investigators think it's funny when I tell people they can kiss my government immunity, government protected informant ass. You can kiss the FBI's ass and the US government's. See, the investigators, that agent had told them that he set it up that no one would touch me the rest of my life after what those people did. Okay? I like my money. Those people I had dinner with, and another couple coming over, that's my other son. Those are the people I almost died for. Those are my heart and soul. And then my grandchildren. I almost died to save everyone, and they don't even know it. Like my money to help them. I earned it, and 100 times over. Like I said, we're all safer with Dave out of the country. You know, if these people would have never got involved, none of this, he would have paid a couple more $100 in alimony while I had those big jobs. That's it. Maybe a couple more pieces of furniture or my dogs. Very little would have changed. But he would have had everything and everyone. Like the investigators that were the case, we all know the only one that ever loved anyone was Karen. She was willing to die for him. And Dave was threatening to kill them all. He didn't even love those grandchildren. He let that idiot tape them in the bathroom and explode them. Yeah. The reason why I want my money, Josh, with everything, with all the things with his vehicles and everything else, and then Dixie had to go through counseling and meds because she was so scared when Dave told her he had those people up there to shoot me, and they went to the wrong house. He was so scared she had to go on counseling and medication. It's a lot to deal with, and then 3 girls. His stomach bug. And he finally got a better gastrologist. His intestines had actually had tears in them. He had them stapled, then he had inner hemorrhoids, and they had to go and tie him off. And he's getting better, and then medication. He had so much heartburn, it was burning his esophagus. All of a sudden, they got that under control. He had to have blood transfusions. I wanted my money to help pay off some of this bills so he wouldn't have to work 2 jobs. And then to do something nice for Danny and Jen. I almost died to save him. And because of my case, and it was so bad. People actually around me would laugh. She doesn't even have to ask people questions. They get best friends around her. They were mocking. I had, like at the Oakland apartment, he said they had told him that all the tapes were for them and not me. And it's just a bunch of men down here doing crimes down here to see if someone will stop them. They didn't think they were stoppable. Doing like the Bonnie and Clyde thing. You gotta think, I had the Judge Peters group. We're drug traders and human traffickers from Florida. We work for Judge Peters. They're relocating people down to Florida to a resort area. They even had a doctor running experiments on people down there, and then 3 Indian guys showed up and said they were the doctors. Well, they used to say the doctor was waiting outside of the food court for you. Well, I didn't go out that door. Hell no. Found somebody to talk to, went out through Macy's. Or they say he's there or there. I went the other way. Don't want to meet him. Don't want to end up in a room to have an experience around me. No. Just like we all work for the king from Texas, we are his men. Dave hired us. He's a drug lord. He's a fentanyl king. U.S. military Iraqi translator went into the dark web malware fentanyl king. That's why the Middle Eastern men lady in hijabs. Then they had the California group bringing what drugs they were bringing here. Michigan drug dealers, Buffalo, New York, North and South Carolina. Georgia human traffickers are the ones for drug traders. There was Tennessee, Kentucky. They found some idiot in Tennessee with 3 kids. Buffalo, New York, they got drug dealers out of there. A couple different cartels out of Michigan. All pronouncing their crimes around me. Who they were for, what they were doing, laughing like they were unstoppable. Well, Judge Peters in Florida was arrested in 22 with 100 people. Resort area was Disney, and they had a pipeline between Florida, Louisiana, and Texas. They were up here scouring for victims. There's still a pocket up in the Fairlawn and Medina area. I've seen them. They had a scam of a rate to hire Judge Pete from Ravenna Friends with Ludic, and he was letting him get away with crimes. I went to the Portage County Sheriff's. He didn't even know who he was talking about. Either Ravenna Police or attorneys up there or the prosecutor's office. The investigator said they asked Judge Ludic about it. He didn't know. And they said it made his stomach turn, the thought somebody was using his name to get away with crimes. They put a long white beard on young men. You can tell they're young by the statue. And a white wig. They dress up like Santa to rape people sick. My brother seen that guy out in the mall in that scam. He turned around and he looked at me. I said, "You see that guy do that?" I said, "That's the retired Judge Peter. Look from where that is. They're running a scam on someone over here." And then people with the Florida group. There was also Henry Murphy's group with the Florida group and the Gentleman's Club from Florida. Yeah. They're all here, caught under police surveillance with a court order. It's bad guys on a platter. Like I said, it's a sick way of getting evidence on people and effective. the person they're drug beating, raping them, turn them back over with a legally bugged phone. Tell them you don't care what they're going to do to them. You know they called FBI. Here you go. And then open that case and got them under police surveillance. I realized Dave thought they left, and 18 were sitting in our living room. And he started saying, Karen, you got all these men around you. They want you. I started laughing. I said, there's no men that want me. Oh, they want you. They're all around you. They don't want me. Trust me, they don't want me. And I thought, they're cops. What are you talking about? And I'm like, oh my God. I looked around and one of the lampshade tops looked different. I thought, why does that look different? Oh my God. He thinks it's only the cartel here. You don't realize those are police. And the FBI and police were here. He thought when that agent told on me, they laughed. I had to stop myself from laughing. I realized that in 18. Where that agent told on me for calling the FBI, told him he didn't care they were drug being raping me, he was going to turn me back over to him. Confessed on the recorder line, he talked to him, making fun of me. That he's the one that I called the FBI to everyone. Okay, told all the church people. Now it's down the recorder line. He thought they laughed. Tricked him. Investigator was laughing in the lights a couple weeks ago. That's what's going on. That agent told him that she called the FBI hotline before he talked to her. Told all of them he didn't care what they were doing to her. He was going to turn him back over to him. And they thought they laughed and they got him under police surveillance confessing to crimes. And he got him good. Yeah, but it's not funny he's in it with drug dealers. See, the U.S. Marshals been blowing the hell out of the case. When they showed up January 20th, 23 in Worcester. That's yourself. They're badass. They'll help our people. Thank God for you. That they'd be taking care of them. Well, 3 weeks later, they got 800 people. Then more. And more. And saving lives. Hundreds. Like when I go up in that room, we all know Karen's School is still open. We all know it's part of the nationwide human trafficking scam. We were a piece of it. Where I went up to Ravenna to report this, it took me a year after I was tortured trying to get that Asian lady out. Okay? I got tortured and the FBI needs January, July to September of 19. July to September of 19. The 9 to 3. I will be raped and tortured in my apartment under police surveillance by 3 men. And the one that has punched me in my private area and raping me while the other one smothered me. He told everybody it was FBI. He's a Florida human trafficker. And he impersonates a federal officer. They need to get him out raping women and torturing them. And under the pretenses that he's an FBI agent doing it. And they need to get him. He's dangerous. All up. I don't know if you ever get over being tortured. It took me a year to get enough courage to report it again. I went out and sat outside the Ravenna courthouse. Called my sister on purpose. There's like a little restaurant on the corner, and some of the guys I would see that worked the case would go in. Went up, called my sister, went through a bunch of stuff. I said, I gotta report this. 2 guys walk out. and look at me, look at each other. Where's that idiot over the house? The nice Ravenna officer with gray hair, mustache, and dandruff would always say, "Hi, sweetie," if I said something out in the car. They would say, "We'll have the boys look into it." Okay? This time he looks panicked. I said, "Can I talk to Judge Timothy Little?" While he was busy, I went to leave. He said, "I can't let you leave." I said, "I gotta go." I had tears by then. It was taking everything in me to be in there. And he said, "You gotta talk to Abigail." I said, "I gotta go." He said, "I can't let you leave. You have to talk to Abigail." We had two lady officers take it out. I went down and I was talking to her. Abigail Watkins, Portage County prosecutor, victim activist. I looked at her. I said, "The FBI don't use sodium pentothal. I know that. No one does. I know. Nobody drugs anybody. I know." Up walked a man with a tiny file. "I'm here for carrying around the house." Walked up the lady officer. FBI informant. Lady officers walked me out. Well, Abigail said, "Go make a report at the Portage County Sheriff's." Lady officer walked me out and said, "You run around, you tell everyone you know what happened to you. You hold the FBI accountable." People got away with way too much. See where the chaos of the storm surrounds you. I've learned to live in it. I have chaos, threats, scams. People used to try to kill me, grab me, sell me, while other people harass me. I've learned to live in the middle of a storm, of a case no one cleaned up. And it's a whirlwind of chaos. Just learn to live my life in the middle. You know, freedom is something we all take advantage of until it's stolen. And in 19, I went down to stay at my sister's, and I told you how the drug cartel followed me down there. And I ended up coming back. Okay? The first morning I walked out with the puppies, I exhaled. It was gone. Everything was gone. I wasn't afraid. Everything was gone. I wasn't scared. Everything was gone. And then the drug cartel drove by. They were there. I met my mom at McDonald's, and she said, "Karen, half of the face is black," where he squeezed it and then popped me in the ribs. I told her I thought I put enough makeup on, put more on. Went to a couple stores, and went back to her mobile home, and I seen those vehicles follow. I went back and I sat outside my sister's, and where I got there the night before, David Wayne, my nephew, didn't want me to stay there because he's afraid of his Uncle Dave. And I told him I was too tired to drive back. He's like, "Well, I'll take care of it myself if he shows up." And I slept on the couch that night. I was so exhausted. I slept so hard, I didn't even hear him in the morning. And that morning is when I got up and took the puppies out, and the cartel showed up. Well, after I took my mom home, I sat outside my sister's, and I thought of the gunshot night, almost being shot in the head, driving, bashed in the back of the head, stalkers, and now they're in this tiny little town. I can't risk their lives. It's not their fight, it's mine. I can't let them be killed. And it took me an hour to put my car in gear to come home. A tall white man with black hair showed up. After that, a higher place started on my mind, banging on her trailer at night, sitting down from her trailer, following her. She goes into church. He follows her to church. Goes gets Brother Mickey. He comes out. And he yells at him, "What's your problem around Joella?" He said, "I'm waiting for my girlfriend." He said, "We'll put it this way, I got you around Joella again. I've got a really good police department. Well, they'll take care of you." He left. They went looking for me. It's a good thing I didn't stay. I didn't tell her who he was. I didn't want to upset her. There's no need to upset her. You know, that's where my friend from the prosecutor's office, Karen, you can't get out of protective custody your whole life. They can wait and try to kill you again. I know. I know. I like my money to help my family. I'm the only parent they have left. A letter of thank you would mean the world to me, so I could show up. I will say, my neighbor Keith went down to the U.S. Marshals where he's seen the drug cartel at the family. And he was talking to him, and he met one of the guys they saved because of my case. I like my money earned it 100 times over. I'll look.